Good morning. Good morning, Flash. I hope you're doing well. Alright. And I missed Halloween by a couple of days to play this game, but it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. DS Castlevania, my first ever Castlevania. And without further ado, let's roll the intro. So I can set up everything in the meantime, because I haven't. That is working and that is working. Wonderful. But yeah, I hope you had a good weekend so far, Flash. You were able to relax a bit. I really need like a good light in here at some point. Anyway. Can't start playing this game without watching the intro at least once. That's a must too. Have you seen Castlevania anime on Netflix? No, I have not. I want to, but I don't have Netflix. DJ! Thank you so much for the 17-month resub. That's nearly 2 Twitch babies.
Look at me
How are you
being
doing?
the most bestest guy ever.
Second best, always the best tier of games if you're not counting the best ones. That is true. This is the first Castlevania game I ever played. And I think we did this on stream before. Like, a bit of it, and it lagged like crazy, so I didn't continue it. Now I have new setup, so it should work. Which is wonderful. But yeah, I hope you two had a good weekend so far. Oh boy, here we go. Ever since the solar eclipse of 2035, my life has never been the same. I'm not reading this is too fast for me. I'm gonna give you the summary. So yeah, the main character from Aria of Sorrow, which is Soma Cruz, when he went through that castle, discovered he's Dracula. And he beat Chaos and the castle, essentially, and this is 1 year later. We're gonna have some Twitch babies when it's all said and done. Gonna catch with some sports stuff, so I'm gonna be lurking. No worries, T-Check. I hope you enjoy your sports. Are you serious? Yeah, and that's when Hammer decided to... Wait, Soma, can I ask you something? So of course, Mina, what is wrong? It's been a year since it all happened, hasn't it? Yeah, just about. And what was it called? You know, the ability to use power of monsters. You mean the power of dominance. I lost it when we escaped Dracula's castle, remember? No, but it's just that I get this terrible feeling. I haven't had to read game texts in a while, forgive me. It's probably nothing. Look, don't worry, okay? This past year, I haven't been able to use any of the powers I gained. You're Soma Cruz, aren't you? Yeah, and you are. You may call me Celia. But not for long. Come forth, my servants. Hey, Liz! I just saw that emote and my mind immediately went to Re. Ah, Liz, good morning to you too. I love that people enjoy that emote. Very happy. Damn it, one of the worst. So, you back off too. No, it's all the people. Mr. Aricado. Yeah. So I'm gonna use this. Hey, we got a knife. Isn't that when I'm pressing the wrong buttons again? Wait, what are the controls? There we go. Throw bones. Bullet type tactical soul. Press up and... I don't think it's the Y button on my controller, but sure, we'll manage. Attack with the spinning spear. Press R. Yeah. You're a tad bit too close there, good sir. Distance. Thank you. Raise strength. Enhanced type. Soul. Takes effect when equipped, does not consume MP. Nate, I think we won. How am I? I'm alright. Kind of dreading work tomorrow, but that's fine. We'll get through it. And the anime is good. If Netflix would let me share passwords, I'd let you borrow mine to watch it. Oh, Netflix. Yeah, I'm sure there are ways to watch the series without. I'll have a look. Soma Cruz. I shall see your demise, that is certain. Using whatever means. Save your energy. You won't catch her on her own. That power had returned. Oh. The power didn't return. It was always with you. Thank you, Lise. Just never had a need for it since you left the castle. It set free all the souls you gained dominance over. You mean I couldn't use the power because I was never in any danger? Anyway, who was that woman? She seemed to know you. Legitimate ways. Yes. I'll send you a link to a legit site. Perfect. We obviously only watch things on legal sites. Clearly. Celia Fortner? She's the priestess of a new, rapidly growing cult. We suspected she was up to something, so we've been keeping tabs on her. They want to resurrect the Lord of Darkness. Yeah. Okay. These people talk too much. I'll just give you the quick summaries, because... meh. Several days later. So essentially, new cult want to resurrect the Lord of Darkness, and for that they kind of need to kill Soma. There. That's what some of the plot talk of legitimate activity. I'm surprised it took... We haven't had one in a long while, so I'm kind of happy about that. Alright, this is our good friend Hammer, who is not an armsmith. An arms salesman. There we go. Yeah. FLDO says today we have a figure from Naruto in the store and some kids got excited because it's the guy from Fortnite. No! I haven't even watched Naruto and that still hurt my soul. Oh, that's so painful. Oh well. So, premise of this game is we walk around, kill monsters, and every monster has the chance to drop its soul. And we can then use the soul to either attack or gain passive benefits. Which is nice, because that essentially means that every run's a bit different, because you always get different souls, and some of them are an absolute pain to get. So 100%ing this is not recommended. Though can be fun. Warg. Use fangs to tear foes, and I think I actually want that because that's actually kind of decent. Oh yeah, and in this game, the souls level up, so if you get multiple of ones, they get improved, which is kind of cool. So it's like Castlevania with a bit of Kirby thrown in. Technically, yeah, kind of. Yeah. Those two. Oh, Soma. Yoko and Julius, what are you two doing here? Funny you should ask that. We got wind of the cold from a tip. We are investigating with Mr. Belmont. Just understand. The darkness draws you in. You have no... If the darkness draws you in, I have no choice but to destroy you. Yeah. So Julius is a vampire hunter. This is kind of his job. This is a DS game. Man, they're so selfish. And Yoko is a witch, who is also kind of a vampire hunter. But yeah, so this game is for the DS, which means it has a lot of, it's a bit gimmicky at times, like you need the touch screen. For example, to draw this. Normally that is. Let's just say this is an enhanced version of the game. Imagine just Kirby as like... I mean, honestly, Kirby would probably completely destroy all evil in this world within like a few hours. If we've learned anything from Smash Bros, then it's that Kirby is the most powerful being in the universe. And it's not even close. Money. Safe room. I love Kirby. Kirby is great. The world needs more Kirby games. More good Kirby games. There are a few. There are a few ones that aren't great. This store, it looks like you need a magic seal right away. So each boss store has its like own, not its own magic seal, but can be opened with, I think, one of 5 magic seals. Kind of a way for the game to force you into certain directions, I guess. I wonder if there is a Kirby mod for this game, or more likely the prequel on the GBA. Because I think GBA games are a lot easier to mod than DS games, so... You have a lot of HP for the first boss. Oh, I forgot! There is an alternative screen that allows you to see like what enemies you're currently fighting and what are Soma's stats. Which is kind of nice. Flying armor reduces the speed of falling. You did it. Using a magic seal as a piece of cake. Yeah, it is. Surely. Damage to show that magic seal won't be useful forever. They will probably prepare new, more complex patterns. Yeah. So if you mess a magic seal up after you defeat a boss, that boss gets healed. And not necessarily by a small margin either. I think I played one Castlevania game, but on this N64. Ooh, that one. That was the first game I ever streamed. I just realized I have a better sword, and I don't know why I'm not using it. Yeah, the N64 one's kind of trash. I love it, don't get me wrong, but it's terrible. So Post and Insect was in the stuff. The powerful anime characters, and then Kirby. Yeah, Kirby is the most powerful being. It's just no way around it. There was a werewolf on the cover. Yeah, that's Legacy of Darkness. Widely considered to be the most trash Castlevania game. Again, I love it. But I love bad games, so, probably not the best person to judge it. It has its own charm, that's for certain. Oh. I haven't played Castlevania games in so long, I need to get used to the controls again. I love bad games too. Well, then that game is perfect. With a guide. Because there's stuff in the game that you cannot figure out on your own, no matter how hard you try. Oh, hi, Soma. You interact as Julia's contact here. Yeah, Hammer's also here. Wait, you gained a new ability. The power of dominance lets you control the souls of monsters. Right, so she's our blacksmith, more or less. Allowing us to fuse weapons with souls we got. And therefore creating stronger weapons. Which is kind of nice. And the only way to get one of the best weapons in the game. And sadly, it makes it impossible to get everything on one playthrough. I think we have a similar attitude towards things being bad and they're good. Bad games can be very fun, but I feel like they need to be the right type of bad game. Like, while I really enjoy Castlevania 64, Superman 64? No. Absolutely not. No, they do not inherit the power of the soul. They just essentially... So you lose the soul, and it creates a new type of weapon. And the problem is, for like some of the strongest weapons, you need souls that are dropped by a boss. And since a boss only drops a soul once before they die, there is the problem. But it has New Game Plus, so you can always, you know, once you beat the game, you can start New Game Plus, and it keeps most of your souls and most of your weapons. Unless they are, like, considered game-breaking. Which is a bit of a shame, because it would make for a really fun, like, New Game Plus speedrun, I think. After a while, you can't have everything. Okay, wait, where do I actually need to... I love playing this through OBS, but the map's so small on OBS that I can't see where I'm going. What about Rugrats bad? Ah, the Rugrats game. That looked like a treat to play. No, I also did not enjoy Bob Z 3D. That one was horrid. There's like a very, very thin line during which a bad game becomes like fun. Instead of being absolutely atrocious. Get a cape. Actually had dreams about it. That does not sound good, Leeds. Thing? Yeah, I rarely have dreams about games, and if I do, it's annoying, because then in my dreams I achieve something. And then I wake up, and I'm like, oh great, I didn't do it. That didn't happen. Love it. Thanks, brain. That was a terrible jump. Oh. Well, that's definitively a cold. I think this is also one of the few times that this Castlevania games does not play explicitly in a castle. I mean, it kind of is a castle, but it's not Dracula's castle. Was the Crash game for PS2. The first game after Naughty Dog sold riots, and the game was okay, but the load times between levels were like around 15 minutes. How do you even play that game then? Like, if I remember back as like kids, we were allowed like 1 hour, 1.5 hours of playing video games max. So you could only like load in 4 levels and get a total of half an hour of playtime. That sucks. I gave up. Fair. I probably would have as well. Wizardry Lab. There was I was struggling on, and every time you lost lives, you'd have to load in again. Oh. Oh, that hurts just thinking about it. But yeah, nothing's more frustrating than having like a hard challenge and then it taking super long to retry it. Ah. This is why you got so good at games, because you had to think things quick. Yeah, it probably has more to do with the fact that once this 1 hour rule no longer applied, I played way too much. Like, once I had a DS, like, things were essentially over because there was no way my parents could control that anymore. Now I would just, like, hide it underneath my bed. Or not underneath my bed, underneath my pillow. So I could, like, play early in the morning when I woke up, like on weekends, not during school. There. So yeah, there was nothing they could do about that anymore. The sad thing was the game was actually fun to play. If they'd re-released it without loading times, I would play it. Maybe there is a way. I mean, emulation can cut down loading times quite significantly, or can provide you with a speed up button. Maybe that works? And if every time you fail, you have to rewatch a cutscene too? Oh, yeah. A cutscene, or having to do like a tedious section to get to the boss. Ugh. Not fun. Like, bad checkpoint placement can really ruin a good game. To the point where you can't quote things they're saying. Yeah, some older games don't necessarily make it easy to enjoy them. It's like a good example is like old Fire Emblem games. Like I love Fire Emblem. But the Wii and GameCube games are notoriously slow. And you can't skip enemy phase, which means you just have to watch 30 or 40 enemy units walk in slow speed all over the map. And whereas the first maps in these games usually take you like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes max. That game's first map took me an hour. Just because it took so long for everything to happen. Oh, no, no, no. Separate your body and conduct reconnaissance. Isn't that a super rare soul? Oh, not really. Little wind-up torch. Ah, these games need speed-up buttons so bad. That's why I'm kind of hoping that they get a remake for the Switch at some point, or the next console. Just so I can finally play them. That is a very eerie painting. I didn't quit then. Just wanted to finish the game. I had a GBA and there wasn't any way to play that. Play at night. Oh yeah, because the GBA didn't have like a backlight, right? Oh. Yeah, I missed the GBA era. I was just a tad bit too young for that. Warp room. Could be 4 swords, if you could find a way for us to play together. I am pretty sure there is a way to set up 4 swords online somehow. I think I read about that like a year ago or something. Can't imagine it being too complicated these days, honestly. Depending on how, you know, stable the internet connection needs to be. Yeah, I never played 4 swords either. But yeah, the DS thing was fun. It was like completely having control over when you play games and your parents not being able to stop you, essentially. Oh, fun times. Oh dear. And then, like, at some point, I also remember I got, like, my own little TV in my room. And from that point on, I could also just play, you know, GameCube and Wii games when my parents weren't around, so... Didn't even need to set anything up in the living room. Whoa. Don't move. Oh, I can't do that yet, can we? Of my GBA. Well. They released the SP later on that had backlights. Was devastated because you couldn't afford it as a rated GBA. Oh no! That's why I love like trade-in programs, where you're able to like trade in your old console and get the new one for like significantly cheaper. I never did it. I was like playing with the idea when the Wii U came out. But then I realized the Wii U was a silly console and I never did it. Do I kind of regret it? A bit, because the Wii U had some really good games, but... I got a 3DS instead, so... And I was very happy with that console. Still probably like one of my favorite consoles ever. Ow! Don't die. All sorts of stuff fun with friends. I had 3 friends in high school I played with. I was always Red Link. I mean, obviously, if you're in a friends group, everyone has their, like, color they pick. I was always blue, and I forever will be, because blue is, like, my favorite color. So... that won't change that quick. I think we need to get down. Oh, hello, friend. Ooh. There we go. It also makes things a lot easier if everyone already has, like, their own color. That's right, because I was the most aggressive. Fair. It's mad to me that even now the PS2 is still the best-selling console of all time. Is it still? Huh. I'm guessing the Switch must be somewhere close, maybe? Ah. Ah, you've come as I predicted. Kidding, right? You're telling me this punk is the Lord of Darkness? Judging matters merely on appearance? Simpletons, so vexing. Look at these two wonderful... I don't know the English word. They are lovely, they're charming. Stated effect. Dario, Dimitri. Both of you enough. Excuse their behavior. Welcome to our house, welcome to our church. Yeah. Would you want to resurrect the Lord of Darkness? We do not desire the Dark Lord per se. For God to be perfectly good, there must be a being of perfect darkness. If the world need a perfect dark being, one should emerge. Isn't that how this works? Perhaps it is so, and perhaps it is not. If darkness must be enthroned without fail. Yeah, it means essentially just cultist talk, like, you know. Switch a third after PS2 and then DS. Oh, right. Yeah, DS makes sense. Next time I see you, I'll burn you to ashes. Yeah. I shall depart also. His face looks very punchable, not gonna lie. Correct, they were born at the same time as Dracula's demise. They're inheritors of Dracula's dark power. Can we give blood? They can, but by shattering Dracula's soul. Blah 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 blah. So to summarize, Dracula gets reborn when the old one dies. And Soma, as well as these two lovely people, were born at the same time the last Dracula died. And so she picked those two as candidates to become the Dark Lord. So if they kill Soma, then one of them can become it. It's the idea. Everyone and their granddad has a ring in the UK. Ah, the good old Wii. Such fun times. I remember getting a Wii, like, rather late into its life cycle. So for me, it was like only a few years I got to enjoy the console before the Wii U came out. Oh, ow. But, you know, I still have my GameCube games and everything, so it was fine. Ow. Flip. Ugh. Ah. What is my favorite console? I kind of have to say the 3DS. Because that's the console I think I had the longest. Or I used the most actively for the longest time. Ow. Especially because it had like Xenoblade Chronicles on it. I mean, the new 3DS. That was, but... It's just the same console. Touch the touch screen to shatter certain blocks. Yeah, no, I don't think we'll be doing that. Much better. But then second favorite is a bit hard because it depends on like some of my favorite games are on the Wii with Twilight Princess. But then, like, my first ever games are on the GameCube with, like, Mario Sunshine and Mario Kart Double Dash. I was also one of the, I feel like, 5 people who actually liked the motion controls of the Wii. Like, to this day, I do not mind motion controls at all. I think they're actually kind of fun. Animal Crossing. See, I never played Luigi's Mansion 2, but I'm looking forward to being able to play it on the Switch. Like the motion controls. Just hated them for Mario Kart. Oh, I actually really enjoyed them for Mario Kart as well. I still, what I'd love to, what I find is a shame, and that's like a weird thing that probably no one else thinks about that way. I would love for Mario Kart Switch to have the option to turn off motion controls for like controlling the wheel, but keeping it on to do tricks off ramps. That would be great. Okay. Hey, love. Can't say the fuss about the Switch ones. I think the Switch ones are fine. But yeah, now that they're no longer like an integral part, I don't really use them either. I'm trying to remember. There was like one game where I still extensively use them, though. Oh yeah, Skyward Sword, right, of course. But that makes sense because that game was made with motion controls in mind, so... Playing it with motion controls just felt right. Splatoon as well. Kind of works well for that. Yeah, it makes Splatoon a lot nicer to play with motion controls on, I think. The thing is, to stick it. Ah, interesting. Yeah, I think for everything I need aiming, I really like being able to move the camera around like freely without having to use a stick. for me, that is a bit more intuitive. Like, I think I've said before, I'm currently, like, replaying Twilight Princess, but the GameCube version. And I cannot hit shit with the bow and arrow. Because I no longer get my, my aiming circle. And controlling the bow with stick is just slower, so it's difficult. I'm trying to Breath of the Wild where you had to get the ball of the maze and motion controls for a while. Oh, that, yep. That one was fun. Until I realized you can just like flip the entire maze around on its back. And then kind of like flip the ball off it that way. So much easier. Yeah. Ah, we're gonna have to do this a few times, I think. That's a flash dead, and I had it myself for not thinking of it. Yeah, Breath of the Wild, the game where you have to think outside the box sometimes. I only realized that on the last of, I think there were 3 shrines that did that. I only realized it on the last one, and I was a bit mad about that as well. But don't tell me you have to do this first try. Okay, this is gonna be a bit of a pain. Wait. Claymore? Yeah, okay. 80% of the shrines are cheesed. I feel like Tears of the Kingdom shrines were even more cheesable than the Breath of the Wild ones, which I thought was like really funny. Like, there's so much things you just don't need to do if you don't want to. But I kind of like that as well, because it, like, makes you feel like you're smart. And that feeling is great. I mean, who doesn't like feeling smart, honestly? Any more no sense I need to break? No, good. It's supposed to be cheesed, I swear. Honestly, sometimes I'm like wondering, the devs surely had to know about this, right? This is like an intended solution now. They're such good games because everyone came up with their own solutions. That is true. Yeah, it makes the game a lot more enjoyable. Because every person kind of has a bit of a different way of thinking about puzzles and how to solve them. So if you give multiple solutions to a puzzle, more people are gonna enjoy coming up with a solution to it. Which is a great way to design games. Sadly, very hard to implement for most games. Like, I remember playing, what was it, Professor Layton, I think? And I got stuck at like one puzzle for so long, and the solution was so easy. But because it wasn't like one of my first instincts to think the way I had to. Oh shit. it kind of didn't work out. I want to kill one of these. Okay, you know what? Let's not try that anymore. I'm the queen of overcomplicated puzzles. But nowadays, this more happens to me in, like, vocational school, where I'm like, this question can't be that easy, right? There's no way it's that easy. And then I need to realize that in the room with me sit people who are like 17 years old and did not study IT for like 5 semesters. Like, yeah, it actually is that easy. Makes sense now. Not to say that these people can't be smart, but it obviously has an effect on how questions are phrased and stuff. The king of completely doesn't it. I feel like Tears of the Kingdom is a weird one for me. Because, like, once I've completed it, I never felt the urge of coming back to the game. Unlike with, like, Breath of the Wild, which is weird. Because it was, like, certainly super enjoyable. But I feel like if I ever took a break from the game for too long, I probably wouldn't have... Would have taken me forever to finish it as well. I don't know. It's a weird one. Too similar to Breath of the Wild. Maybe, though I hadn't played Breath of the Wild at that point in like years. Yeah, maybe just not the game I was looking for at the time. Ow. Oh dear. After a few years, forgotten most of it. That, honestly, Flash, that sounds nice. I wish I could just forget, like, parts of games and relive through the magic of kind of discovering it again for the first time. Oh, flip. Stop it. Ooh, no. Bad memories, sometimes a blessing. It can definitively be a blessing sometimes. That is true. But yeah, I will remember things relating to games forever. Sometimes sadly. Like, not always perfectly. But comparatively accurately. But then I cannot for the life of me remember, like, any birthday of any of my friends. Unless I put it in the calendar. No, I want to... I remember things, even if I don't want to. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes things just get stuck in our brains. Kuda, that's a good one. Get me out of here. I want a save room. I feel like I won't be getting a save room anytime soon. Never mind, found a save room. Alright. Ooh, I want that. Pretty sure you can get this with like weird damage boost strats. And I said I just lost half of my health, which isn't great. Where is Steamy today? Red Bull. She's probably continuously completing games. Would be my guess. Summon a mini demo as the familiar. Aw. Yeah, from what I got in Wixie's stream, completing games is kind of her thing right now. Either that or she's napping. Oh, legs. Tell her. Yeah, we figured out the Red Bull method isn't necessarily working as well anymore, so... If you get a new summoning strat... That'd be impressive. Oh, this room sucks. Get me out of here. Not necessarily what I want. Nutella is delicious. Insanely unhealthy. And yet wonderful. Just goes to show that we really live in a cruel world. Where some of the most tasteful things are the things you really shouldn't eat. Aside from time to time. There is no shot that actually hit me. I think this goes down in the basement, but I don't want to go to the basement. I want to... Actually, I want to kill a boss. Because the next boss gives me double jump, I think, and I really want that. The fact that food can taste so good but be bad for you, legit reasons I decided it didn't exist. God didn't exist when I was like 6. That is probably one of the funniest way someone can describe why they would not believe in religion. Yes, because things that taste good are bad for you. But yeah, I can totally see your point that it is a scam. It should not be like that. Hello. Oh no, I just remembered what boss... Hi, friend. How are you? Ah, shh. This is one. Woo! I'm still missing like the monster log thingy, which is weird. Which I somehow always do in Castlevania games. Just like miss one of the most obvious items. No. 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 Come back. Okay, if we could not die, that'd be great. This looks like a safe room. It is a safe room. Okay, there's the boss. Okay, so what's up? Oh, I think I just remembered what the boss is, and it's gonna be interesting. Ah! Ow. Oh, come on. When games place stuff like just barely out of reach for your current moveset, ooh. That is frustrating. It always makes me wonder, is it still possible? Because if I design a game, I totally make it possible to get, like, things that are barely out of reach. If you're, like, skilled enough, I think you should be able to get stuff like that. Hey, it's Dimitri. Oh, excuse me for that rather uncouth scene. You're one of the Dark Lord's candidates. Dimitri? You're fighting a demon. Does that mean you've forsaken Celia? You have drawn the wrong conclusion. This is merely a ritual to gain power. You've witnessed it, yes? Unless you are as dim as Dario, you should have discerned my ability. The ability to copy magic attacks. How observant of you. Now, since there is no one else to disrupt us, I don't have any reason to fight you. Well then. However, I have this power and I wish to know the meaning of its significance. Is that not natural desire? Yeah. First things first, make him copy our own powers. The smart thing here would have been to make him copy something insanely weak and stupid. I think the one I gave him isn't necessarily... Oh. The easiest to fight. I think it's kind of a nice concept, allowing you to essentially dictate how difficult this boss fight's gonna be. Ow. Oh, dip. There we go. It's over. I won't take your life, just give up. Yeah. Oh, he dead. What was that? Thank you for the GGs. Yep. We just killed a man. Woof. Let's heal up and let's go to the actual boss fight of this area. And hopefully I won't... Oh dear. I love it when boss rooms just suddenly spawn really annoying enemies after you've been there. Alright, here we go. We're against Malphas. Okay, that was a terrible position to stand in. Oh. Ow. What are you doing? So little fun fact about this boss. This game does have a boss rush mode once you've beaten it. This is the only boss that does not appear in that boss rush mode. Meaning the game kind of does not consider it a boss. Which is weird. Oh dear. Fake boss. Yeah, exactly. There we go. But it also doesn't appear as a normal enemy, like. Does it? Maybe, I don't know. Guess we'll find out. But yeah, it gives me the double jump, so I take it. Love myself a good double jump. An earring in the shape of a hoop. Fantastic. Would have never figured that one out. Ow. Thanks for the GGs. Also, now with the double jump, we get to do the cool dive kick, which is like the best method of getting around because you can bounce off stuff. Making the movement in this game oh so much better. No, yes, I actually do want to say thank you. He's a poser pretending he's the boss. I have the feeling they wanted Dimitri to have the double jump, and then they realized it was thematically unfitting. So they were like, okay, we still have this model from another Castlevania game lying around. Let's just make it the boss. That is my headcanon at least. Go, power belts. Ow. I think we need to go back to the gardens now. Don't hit me. I said don't. Copy and paste job. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm not blaming them. But they could have at least, like, put him into the boss rush mode. That would have been nice. Oh dear. The thing is, I'd really love to get the Ghost Dancer Soul, because it is one of the best in the game. Ow. Because what it does is like passively grant you a boost to your luck stat. And luck is the stat that influences if souls or items drop from enemies when you defeat them. Getting that early on would be nice. Yahoo! Hey! Thank you for the resub, Flash. Much appreciated. You're very generous of you. 7 months. I love the dancing dino emote. So cute. Wait, I missed the message above. I've always liked to think that Death of Children Kingdom just did a massive copy and paste job and then added bits in. I mean, they definitely did add, or like copy and paste, a good chunk from Breath of the Wild. But I can imagine that coding stuff like the Ultra Hand must have taken like forever to get right. It seems like such a... Seems like a thing to code that just is arrow prone to no end. Because there's so much going on, my brain would melt. Well, this is one of the games I grew up with, so I've played like, I'm gonna say fair few times. You kind of get used to it. Oh dear. But yeah, Castlevania games can get overwhelming. Oh dear. I specifically remember the like spiritual successor to the Castlevania games. What's it called? Bloodstained. Which is like on Steam. Ow! You... Rude. Has like a tendency to overwhelm you with enemies quite a bit, making that game particularly stressful to get through. What are you gonna do? Okay, you know what? You give me the money, and then I kill you. I wonder if the next game is gonna be. So from what I've heard, there are like reports of the next Zelda game we're getting being a remake, which would make sense. Come on, die, thank you. Which makes me kind of hope for like a what is the game called? Makes me hope for a Oracle's remake. There we go. And hopefully not ORT. I really don't want another Ocarina of Time remake. We had them on the 3DS. We don't need new ones right now. Yeah, I desperately need a better weapon. Let's go with the Claymore. It's a lot slower, but maybe it helps a bit. Minish Cap would be good. Minish Cap would be good, but the reason I'm doubting we get Minish Cap is because we just got Minish Cap added to the GBA library. And I don't know how... if that kind of reduces the odds of a remake or increases it, or like doesn't affect it. All these rooms suck. What is this place? Right, Oracle games are on library too now. Can you come like a step closer? Haha. Can't hit me through here. I can. There's one of the few rare instances where we need like a specific soul. Yeah, fork. Really happy. See, this is again the thing. Like now they're on the library, and I kind of could play them now. But I'm kind of scared that we're gonna get a remake very soon, and then, you know, I don't want to play a game twice back to back. So I'm like, I don't know. Tough life choices, really. I mean, now it's like time for Super Mario RPG first and foremost anyway. Red Scarf. Is there really like nothing else down here? That's a disappointment. Also, its remake would be cool. That'd be fun. I totally play that. But not sure how willing they are to make new like multiplayer Zelda games. I don't know how well Triforce Heroes did. And while the game was fun, I think like the multiplayer only hurt it a bit. Would you come back? Aw, thank you so much for the resub release. Very, very much appreciated. It is nearly a year indeed. 11 months. Well, enjoy more Rat Panda emotes. Okay, where are we going? And I think I know where I need to go. Okay, let's hope we survive that. But yeah, that's what I mean why I love the downwards kick so much. Ah, it's so good. Oh shit. Favorite emote in Twitch. Well, you can really find extremely nice emotes on Etsy. I did a good choice. I wish I was more talented, like, a graphics designer and stuff. I'd really, really love to, like, create my own emotes at some point. But we'll see. Did do a good choice. It's actually what I thought would be super easy to find would be like an emote that's like the pineapple on pizza, but like with a band symbol across it. Nope. Apparently not. So I might need to do that one myself. Give me your soul. Or not. Ow. Alright, what is here? A closed stool, love it. Are they a dancing couple? Yeah, they're ghost dancers. So they're dead dancing couples. Not sure why dancers would have died in a cathedral, but sure. How do I get out of here? Yeah, there we go. Oh, wait. Oh. Actually want to fight the witch. The witch might have a good soul. I realized I should have maybe gone to the... to Yoko and forge a weapon. Go. What did we just get? Longsword? Oh, that's so much better. Executed as dancing in the cathedral is punished by death. The dance in the afterlife is a protest. I mean, now the cathedral is run over by monsters anyway, so... totally worth punishing these poor people. Oh yeah, that's so much better. Can I kill the head? I can kill the head. Unnecessary, but possible. I think shouted so loud it exploded. Yeah, it's a Mandragora. I think that's the name. He's kicking his own head at you. I can't remember the name. I always called it like the football skeleton. Because that, to me, is what it did. Just like play football with itself. Which I can't imagine being enjoyable. Oh, it's the 777 room. So it says 209. And that's the last 3 digits of our gold. So if the last 3 digits of our gold stat. R777, we get access. It's kind of neat. Okay, where do I go? Ow. It's the best name. I might be wrong, but I think one game actually calls them that as well. Might be Symphony of the Night? I might be wrong about that. Symphony of the Night has some, like, odd enemy names based on translation. He throws barrels. Yep. And I think there's even, like, a red... Oh, that might just be me imagining things. I always thought there was, like, something red written on the barrel. But yeah, this is definitively dead Donkey Kong. Like... He died. Mario killed him in Mario Kart. And his body was never found. Ow. Ooh, drumstick. Fried chicken. Skelly Kong. Oh no, there is nothing written on it. Well, the imagination of a child. Either that or massive Mandela effect. Which I had one recently, because I always thought in Twilight Princess it was possible to get like a 4th heart before you finish the first dungeon. And I vividly remember having done that once. It's not possible. You can't do it. It's not a thing. Like, why do I have this memory? I would like not being murdered by a tree, thank you. Is it funky? And then there's Funky instead. Oh no! That double jump has made it so much better. Once you get all the movement options, these games become so much fun to play. You're in a different timeline now. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I just like switch timelines at some point. Alright, it's time for the most annoying boss in this game. Oh, I don't want to. Give me the... Oh, give me the Rakuda, whatever. That emote fits perfectly for this boss. Here at last, you really stepped out of bounds, punk. Dimitri, I'm talking about Dimitri. Didn't mean to kill your friend. Didn't finish. Saying, I want to pummel... Oh, it doesn't mean your friend's death mean anything to you. You gotta be joking. Let's go on with this already. Why would you become the Dark Lord anyway? Why? Look at this power. Can you imagine how crazy it would be with even more power? You're insane. Come on. Alright, I hope you enjoy hearing laughing a lot. Oh, Dimitri. We're correct about the laughing. He seems to be having a great time. Ow, I stood there like an idiot. He's a bit too small. If he would be a bit bigger, that'd be amazing. Ha ha ha. I'm like... Would his laugh make a good sound alert? Honest question. Yes. Alright. I'll try. Oh my days. Oh, not again. Oh dear. Dude. Oh my. Please make it a sound alert. I'll try. Whoa, all the scripted alerts went off. Yay! Seems like I had the last laugh. Words. You can give up trying to become the Dark Lord. Hey, Maka, good morning. Come in. I hope you had a nice weekend so far. Thanks for the GGs. Oh my god, it's over. You're not walking away from us. Don't try to stop me. A man's got his pride. I know that, but I'm not prepared to lose the last candidate. We'll pull back for now. I have another plan. I underestimated you. But this game isn't over yet. Okay, it is really bothering me, but between the butt and this are 2 spaces. I shall be waiting on the upmost floor. Come if you dare. Didn't get a notification you went live today. Oh, yeah, Twitch might be a bit sleepy again. It does tend to happen. This is irritating. I never noticed that, and now I can never not notice it again. Ow. Die, Trey. Alright. So we're gonna be... Yeah, we'll move until the next save point, I think. That sounds like good plan. And then I will slowly have to prepare some food. I had to mentally prepare for work. Ah. From the other side. Don't even know what's next. I know what's next. Never mind. I lied. The Demon Guest House. Money. Oh yeah, wait. Something I missed earlier. Small bosses are always the hardest. Small bosses are annoying, but what I find more annoying is bosses that, like, summon other enemies. That's what I really hate. Soma. I'm determined to have a lazy Sunday today. Perfect, Mecha. That's what Sundays are there for. I told you not to get involved, did I? Ricardo, what are you doing here? I thought that you were protecting Mina. Mina's fine, my colleagues are providing protection. Besides, keeping you under observation gets priority. You're still treating me as if I were the Dark Lord. Haven't you seen enough? I need you to understand you're considered to be extremely dangerous. But since you're here, I suppose I can't stop you. While under my supervision, I'm prepared to overlook the use of excessive force. Besides, we can't just allow this cult to carry on its way. Also, Mina entrusted me with this. It is for you. Mina's talisman. A letter and a talisman. Dear Soma, if you're reading this, you've probably gone after that call. I had a feeling you would when you disappeared after that incident. I know that you worry about me, but I'm just as much about you. I won't ask you to come back right away because I know you're too stubborn, but please promise me whatever happens, you'll come back unharmed. Don't forget about the talisman. I'm sure it'll come in handy. I'll be praying for you. Briefing on the situation. What have you discovered? Thank God it's a quick thingy. The plan doesn't sound good. The only thing I can do is climb towards the top floor. Fine, you do that. In the meantime, I'll try to take down Darius' whereabouts. Neat. I love how there's new music in this room. Give me some music. Of the backgrounds in the game. The backgrounds in Castlevania games are wonderful. This one in particular I think is really, really nice. Alright, let me check something because if I remember correctly. And I might remember this wrong. Okay. That floor looked like you can get through it, but you can't. Oh, so the talisman we get is terrible. It sucks. Looking out of what who the fuck does that on a Sunday? Beans, eggs, sausage, bacon, mushroom, and toast. I will never get English breakfast. I just won't. It's not gonna happen. Oh wait, I wasn't done exploring this area, but hold on. Identity, what a Sunday. Ow. I mean, everyone has their own taste, so... What's my go-to breakfast? Well, if I'm very lazy, it's just a piece of chocolate. No, but mostly it's like a toast, and then I either put like in Jones style, like either put like cheese on it, or again, don't know, something like Nutella or stuff like that. If I need something sweet in the morning. But yeah, it's mostly cheese. I love cheese. $1,000 gold. Cheese on toast is very good. Especially like some cheese we get here in the region. It's very good. Oi! Come back here, lady. Chocolate or she's looking behind this. I mean, I'm glad I'm out of the... Oh, not this shit. Nah. Not doing it. some clothes on, woman. You're in a church. Technically speaking, we're in a guest house now, so... Still probably violating like 2 or 3 rules, but at least it's not a church. Oh, goodbye. Ow. Ow. Huh. There is a way up there. Would you look at that? Being making a guest house is fine. Depends what type of guest house it is, I suppose. I mean, there are definitely strange places in this world. Oh, nope. I don't have a healing potion anymore. That's bad. TP room? No. Nope. TP room? Nope. Just undead mannequins. We love it. Clown. Sure, because why not? Oh, I can't go in there. Well, that's rude. Okay. Well, at least now I remember, like, the general layout of this area again. Which is good. Let's kill, like, a few more ghost dancers and see if I can get lucky. Nope. I mean, killing dead people is fine, right? Right? I don't get nudist speeches. I mean, fair enough if that's thing with sand would get everywhere. Oh, yeah. Oh, that sounds unpleasant. Gets everywhere when you have your clothes on. It's coming out in the shower like 2 weeks after you've come back. Oh, the amount of times we were on holidays on the beach, and then like the year after, even after washing like the swimming shorts, like there was still sand in the pockets. Like you just don't get rid of it. Oh boy. Alright, can I save? Yeah, that looks good. Alright, that was pretty successful for day 1. 27%. That sounds good. That seems to be like a 4-parter. I love that.